Oh yeah, pipe smokers. Yep. It's the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I am Paul Gilson. Today is the 20th of February, 2025, and apparently it is National Pipe Smokers Day. Yep, it was established somehow back in 2008. Anyway, so let's have a smoke together, yeah? So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab your favorite beverage, and let's have a smoke together. So I got my 8 ounces of Black Irish Twist in yesterday. Oh man, this is like a lifetime supply. I'm not even going to start pulling it out because it took forever to get it all in there without bending it or breaking it. Oh, if you like really strong tobacco, this smells like a barbecue. It smells like my neighbor is like barbecuing, smoking, actually not barbecuing, smoking and barbecuing ribs all day long. And that's what I smell. I wish you could smell that. Oh. And yeah, so I've got a pipe I bought I don't know, a few months ago. It's made by Burke's, London made. Yeah, beautiful, love it style, I think. Super thick walls, but the bowl is small. It's probably a little over half an inch, and I've got that filled with the Black Irish Twist. Let's set it on fire. I cleaned this. Reamed it out, deghosted it, polished her all up. Yeah. And this is the first time I'm smoking it. Man, it is good. It tastes like the perfect charbroiled steak. That's what it tastes like. This stuff will kick your butt. The nicotine level's pretty high. Not as high as Brown Irish Twist, but it's still strong. Yeah. So, I've been sick for 3 days with the flu or whatever. I went home on Tuesday, 2 hours into my shift. Then woke up yesterday, still had beads of sweat on my forehead. Slept all day till 3 o'clock. After going to bed early. Today I slept till like 1 o'clock. It was just like... And finally, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So hopefully I can go to work tomorrow, because I'm like burning up vacation time, My vacation, now I'm down from 4 days vacation to 2 days vacation because, and it doesn't re-up until August. Then I get another 3 weeks. But in the meantime, I've got sick time that accumulates. Got 7 hours of sick time, but you can't use that. You can only use it in either 4-hour blocks or 8-hour blocks. I've got 7 hours. Next week it'll click into 8 hours, which is a full day. But still being sick this week and having to take time off cost me 2 vacation days and probably about $300 this week. It is what it is, though. I can't go in and do my job and be feeling horrible and making other people sick. Oh, man. This Black Irish Twist is so good. I'll tell you, Johnny Onion, 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. I was telling him that I got this in, and he's like, so he sent me a video from probably the early to mid 60s. It's a real cool, it was a film converted to video. On how they actually make Black Irish Twist. G&H Black Irish Twist. It was released by Gawith Hogarth. And I watched that. It's about a 10-minute video at the most. It's cool to watch them, how they did that. So if anybody wants to see that video, just ask and I'll forward it to you. You gotta be careful with this. Can't smoke it too hard or it'll kick your butt. So I've got 40 pipes that I'm sending back tomorrow in a big ass box. I'll show it to you. So I'm basically working for Ben Smith from Redeemed Pipes. And I know we played a trick on him. Actually, I just told him tonight and he laughed. He thought that was pretty funny. I was like, did you get all those text messages from like 15 of my subscribers that said they only wanted to buy a pipe from you unless Paul Gilson worked on it? He's like, yeah, man, I had like 15 or 20 people. He's like, I just thought you were like real popular, I said, well, I am, but I've done hundreds and hundreds of pipes for people all around the country. And so I figured since I did 4 pipes, I did 4 pipes for him for free. And he's like, how much do I owe you? I said, nothing. I just want to prove myself. You owe me nothing. I did a great job on all these 4 pipes. Yeah, I could have charged him for them, but I didn't. I told him I was the one that made the deal. I said, hey man, who's doing your pipes for you? Well, I got 3 or 4 guys that are doing them. I says, why don't you just have me do them? I'll do a better job. I've seen your pipes. They look great, but I see little things that I would change and do better. So he sent me the 4 pipes. I sent them back. He asked me, how much do I owe you? And I said, nothing. Those 4 pipes are me proving myself. Are you 100% happy with the 4 pipes I did? He's like, yeah, man, they came out mint. And then that's when I asked all of you subscribers to text him on Facebook and say, I'm interested in pipes, but I only want the ones that Paul Gilson worked on. And that shifted something in his head, being like, maybe this guy's really something, which I'm not. Okay, but so I got this huge box going out to him tomorrow with 40 pipes in it. And did I make any money doing them? I did. But if I divide my time out, cheers, by the way, feeling good enough to drink a beer. If I divide my time out on how long did it take to do those 40 pipes from start to finish versus what I'm getting, it's probably about $7.50 an hour. Which, and I was talking with one of my mates. He actually just ordered 3 Gilson pipes, the unfinished ones. I'll have to show those to you again. So keep watching if you want to see them. And he says, yeah, you know what? He says, sometimes I'll buy a pipe off of eBay and I'll spend 4 or 5 hours on it to restore it. And I says, yeah, me too. Sometimes I'll buy a whole group of pipes and I'll spend 3 hours on one pipe to make $10. And we both agreed, and I think this is a perfect conversation to come up on National Pipe Smoking Day. It's a passion. It's not about the money. I have a full-time job I work 45 hours a week at. When I come home, my time is my time. I'm single, still legally married. I have a cat. I can sit here and have a beer, couple beers, and work on these pipes, and it's relaxing for me. So the money per hour doesn't matter. It's not like I'm doing it for a living, because I already do something for a living. But I actually did some calculations, and based on the number of pipes that I can do per month, I multiplied it out over a year. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's going to help me save for my 1,200 square foot house, like a cabin, 3 bedrooms, metal roof, wood burning stove. It's going to be a ranch on 10 acres. And that's going to help me save for that. I need to save between $100,000 and $140,000 so that I can have somebody come in and build it and pay cash. Yeah. So he sends me these pipes like this, That one he's got listed for $300. But it's got, the ones he sent me, a lot of the ones out of this batch, they're rusticated, man, and they got like all this volcanic shit all over them. You can see it all up there. Well, I get them all clean. I have a process I'm not going to tell you about. I get all that shit off of there, man. I make that top look like the sides is clean. And when I send it to him, it's like a brand new pipe. All deghosted, everything. So I'm really grateful for my buddy Ben Smith from Redeemed Pipes. So check out on Facebook, Redeemed pipes, all right? He's a great guy. He's a Christian. He's out of Georgia. He's a good Southern boy. 35-year-old young man, with a family and so forth. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I woke up this morning and I was like, I might be able to go back to work. I always wake up before my alarm. It was like 10 after 5. Got up, I looked, and it was like 12 degrees outside. When I started to get beads of sweat on my forehead, I'm like, nope, that ain't gonna happen. Fuck that. No way. At least now I can cough. It's not such a dry cough. Yeah. I think this bowl is like perfect for smoking twist tobacco, man. It's like a smaller internal bowl with very thick walls. So I was like scrolling down Facebook and I saw a video that Billy Graham, the evangelist, did very, very close to the end of his life. And the one thing that I love about Billy Graham taught what was in the Bible. He never told you what you had to do. He never accused anybody. He just taught you about Jesus, the Lord, but it never said, you have to do this or you're going to go to hell. And I don't really, I don't think I've ever seen, I don't think I've ever seen a video of Billy Graham asking for money. Although I know he was very wealthy. I suppose he got that, from his preaching and so forth, his books. But, I know a couple of people, they love Billy Graham, and they're in their, well, this guy's almost 90 now. I met him when he was in his late 40s. And he's a pastor. I never saw him accuse anybody of anything. There's some pastors that will get up on stage and they'll say, you need to do this or this is going to happen bad to you. Well, that might be true. But that's not the way Jesus Christ taught. Jesus Christ taught other ways, like if you do this, you can have eternal life. If you do this, accept me into your heart, you'll get to see my Father. God. So I think a mature pastor chooses that route of teaching. A spiritually mature pastor. And, you know, the other ones, there's so many people that are just out there for the money. We had one, I'm not going to mention the church it was this young guy, and he was a cage fighter in his 30s, and he had a wife and kids. And he'd get up there and he'd do these exuberant, you know, preaches. And I was just like, I don't know, there's something wrong with this guy. And I stopped going to the church. A couple years later, he got busted for forcefully touching other women in the church. They found out later on that him and his wife were having threesomes and foursomes with other couples. That I'm not his judge, but if you're going to be a pastor, you have to be held to a bit of a higher standard than, someone who's a sexual deviant. That's all I'm going to say about that. This is so good. I'm starting to get an ick head. Well, we've blown through 22 minutes already. Anyways, hopefully I'll be feeling good enough. I think I will be to go to work tomorrow. I better be. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out. Happy Pipe Smokers Day.